EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchant here with your outlook for February 7th, 2024. It is Wednesday. The Wednesday video forecast is proudly sponsored by the KP Agency in Easton, Pennsylvania. The KP Agency is a full-service senior insurance brokerage located in downtown Easton, Pennsylvania. And although Medicare and open enrollment period ended back in December, it is good to know that it doesn't mean your opportunity to change or add to your coverage has definitively expired. There are special enrollment periods available throughout the year for those that are already enrolled. And for those who are turning 65 and new to Medicare, you have your initial election period that begins 3 months before your birthday. Don't fall prey to bait and switch solicitations or commercials, and instead rely on a local trusted resource to guide you through the process with ease. Call or text Kristen at 908-329-7140 or visit them online at thekpa.net to get what's truly best for you. They are the KP Agency in Easton, Pennsylvania, proud sponsors of the Wednesday video forecast. So today we have pretty much wash, rinse, repeat. This is a repeat. This is a pretty good stretch here we've been on. This is now the 5th consecutive day of full sunshine, and we're expecting that today. Again, we have high pressure sitting over top of the region, sitting over New England and over top of us. So that means one of those near cloudless days. You might have a few high clouds come in the afternoon, but other than that, we're still mostly sunny, and we're going to remain mostly sunny here on Thursday as well, as you see above me. Maybe our northern areas getting a little bit more in the way of clouds, so kind of like partly cloudy, I guess, across the northern areas. And that's because we have a little bit of warm air advection coming into the region. So we're having the temperatures go up a little bit today from what it was yesterday, but it's going to go up even further here on Thursday and just keep going from there and reach the pinnacle on Saturday, with peak warmth of this entire stretch expected. Still warm on Sunday as well, but it's not going to be quite as warm as Saturday. Saturday is the day that is going to be the most warm. So we have this system moving at us here at the end of the week. Just kind of falls apart. Before there was an opportunity for maybe an isolated shower here on Friday. I'm taking that out of the forecast now. It looks like this front is kind of falling apart here. So intervals of clouds and sun are expected here on Friday. And then when you get to Saturday, it's going to be in the vicinity. So we're going to call it partly to mostly cloudy, but still not expecting precipitation from this on Saturday. Maybe a stray shower in our, especially in across our far northern areas later in the day here on Saturday. But other than that, we're looking at very warm temperatures that in some places are going to be in the upper 50s. Some other places, lower 60s. In our southeastern areas, so it's going to give you a taste and a tease of spring, but it's going to be a big tease because it is not going to last at all. Unfortunately, the long advertised and well advertised pattern change that I've been talking about coming, and some of you chose to believe me, some of you thought it was full of BS. If you thought I was full of BS, you're wrong. It is not going to miss us this time. We're going to get a pattern change here following this system that's coming in here on Monday into Tuesday. Now, this is the European model I'm showing, and the European model today was south with the system and missed entirely. It's a big system, but it missed to the south, and that's because the cold comes in a little quicker and overwhelms and pushes everything south. So this low pressure just kind of stays off the coast, does not amplify, doesn't come up the coast and hit us with rain or snow in this case. So that was the European model that ran today. I don't think that's going to end up happening. I think we're going to get something out of it. It might not be all rain. It might not be a snowstorm or all snowstorm. It could be a combination of the two, and for different areas, different things. But I do think we're going to get something out of this, and it not shown not looking like what's shown here. Again, what we do know is the temperatures are going to be very warm this weekend. This is looking at Saturday, so we knew it was going to be warm there, like I just told you. After that point, it's not quite as warm on Sunday, and then it keeps going down Monday and Tuesday. And in the wake of that storm, it's going to be setting up some pretty cold temperatures going into actually for the foreseeable future. It's not just going to be next week. It's going to be long beyond that. If you're not liking the fact that we're going back to winter and you're hoping it's just a short-lived thing, that's probably not happening either. Okay? Unfortunately, looks like this is going to be sticking around for quite some time. The Euro extended. I know you have to take that with a grain of salt past 2 weeks, but it's advertising it's going to be cold straight through the equinox, if not longer. The equinox next month is the 19th of March. It's going to be colder than average, it's saying, for that entire stretch. We'll see. The pattern's certainly favorable to produce some kind of cold in that manner, but we'll see. This is all relative to average, of course, so it's not bitterly cold. This isn't like early January if you get one of these cold shots. If this setup was in early January, you'd be talking about highs in the teens and lows single digits below zero. We're not dealing with that. We are dealing with below average temperatures comparable to what relative to the time of year that we're talking about, and temperatures are going to very gradually go up during the month of February. We'll be getting the low 40s here by the time we get past mid-month for most places for average highs. So 6 degrees off that is still mid 30s, and you can get snow events in that situation. Now, here's why I don't think this is right. This is the European model. Its own ensembles say different, and everything is farther north with this. So in this situation, it actually verbatim has some showers coming in on Monday, rain showers, right? Because the height lines in this case on the Euro ensemble is all the way up here as far as the colder temperatures. That's the kind of the breakdown of where colder is and warmer is, right? With that 540 line. If we move this forward, though, to Tuesday, overnight, Monday night into Tuesday, you have some precipitation being thrown in, some cold air that's getting all the way down to here. If that's the case, this is probably going to be in the form of snow. Okay, not saying it's going to happen exactly that way, but again, there's the opportunity here that this is not just going to be a rain event or a miss. It could be snow, or at least some snow, maybe a rain to snow deal. There's a lot of different possibilities, and something we have to follow here in the week ahead. I'm going to put this in a different perspective when I'm going to use the 18Z GFS that ran this evening just as an example. I know it's the off-hour run. You really don't put too much stock in the off-hour runs, 18Z06Z, right? But this is giving an idea of what the European model, or the European ensemble did today, and showed something similar to that, where you have a snow event here. It is possible. It's just a matter of, with the snow part of it, it is possible. How fast does this cold air come in? Does it catch up to the system in time to allow this to be snow, at least on the northwest side of it, northwest of I-95 most notably? Or is this cold so overwhelming that it pushes this thing further south? I don't really think this is going to be as likely, that further south solution. But, I mean, again, we're sitting here on a Wednesday trying to project next Monday and Tuesday with a synoptic system, and that's usually asking for trouble. So this is just something we're going to just kind of spitball with possibilities, not take anything off the table. There is nothing off the table at this point, including a system that would instead get amped up and cut into the up over into the eastern lakes or over western Pennsylvania, bringing in mostly, if not all, rain from this system. That's possible too. We're showing that a few days ago. If the cold air is delayed, that's what happens. So it's about it's just a timing issue. This is not what the pattern change necessarily. It hasn't settled in yet. So this will be a timing concern, like here as far as kind of a thread the needle situation, where you have to time the cold air just right to arrive when the system, to coincide with the system as it's passing by. It's one of those deals. It's very tight. So a lot of things that happen between now and, of course, early next week. But just don't take anything off the table right now as a possibility. If you have plans early next week and you're like, oh, I really need to know if it's going to snow on Monday or Tuesday because I have plans. You're just going to have to be patient. That's all I can tell you. And we'll continue to follow that here in the week ahead. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for February 7th, 2024. Have a great Wednesday.